Good morning once again. I trust you are all feeling welcome now, feeling entered now that it's open, and now we can get on with the business about being military disciples. The format of the Global Interaction morning sessions have been structured in such a way that we will be given teachings by Bishop Henry Orombi, who we've met earlier and who have spoken to us. After Bishop Orombi's talk, we will break into small groups, as Brett is trying to get everybody to sit in their small groups, so that we keep the small groups together and you get to know each other, and then you will move into the small groups at a specific area in the building so that we can go and discuss things of which Bishop Orombi has taught us to go and do the discipleship. These discussions will include inductive Bible study as well as conversational prayer, which we will hear about directly after my talk. Why do we do it in small group context? It has been found that by doing it this way, it works well to assist people in many ways. And some of the ways in which these small group discussions work is it's good for us to hear other people's point of view. We have created the small groups in such a way that there's different people from different environments. So you will be in a small group, hopefully with people from a different continent, from a different country, and then to get a perspective, but what it means to be a military Christian within that environment. What does it mean just to be a Christian in that environment? This helps us to discuss it and makes it for us to understand it better, make it our own. It's not just somebody teaching us and we just saying again what somebody else has said. We are able to make it our own by discussing it with other people. We build relationships. We get to know people from all over the world. And I believe a lot of lasting friendships will be built through this as well. The primary aims of the small group discussion are to discuss the morning's main talk, to study the Bible through inductive Bible study on a specific passage, to pray together using the conversational prayer way, which we do in the Military Christian Fellowship, is we use conversational prayer, and Mike Patterson will be teaching us a bit more about that. We learn to care for each other. If there's a specific need, there's an opportunity for us to pray with each other and for each other. However, when there's something that evolves within the small group that needs more prayer, that the whole group cannot use that time, that they want to actually discuss, they want to pray together, but also look after the needs of an individual. Liesl Parkinson has got a big team of prayer people, a prayer team, that have been equipped and trained to assist people in prayer ministry. If you can maybe zoom in on this. It's okay, you'll see these are little cards that are available for people to request a prayer appointment with Liesl and a prayer team. And this box will be in the stage area at all times. It will be confidential. If people want prayer, is to write the information on here and just place it in the box, and Liesl and her team will be in contact with you to speak to you about when an appropriate time would be for you to visit them in the prayer room, which is in C1 and C2 downstairs. I spoke about the small groups trying to get people from different continents. Unfortunately, certain parts of Southern Africa and South America, there's certain parts where we can speak Portuguese, but there's French parts and there's English parts and other parts in Southern Africa which is not represented in South America. So obviously, we will keep language groups together so that people can at least converse in a language that they are comfortable in. Can I ask my volunteers to come forward, please? And these are military volunteers, you, and you. Within the small group, everyone should be given an opportunity to talk. There are hosts allocated for each one of the small groups, and you'll see on that list, it's highlighted, I think it was yellow, red, yellow or orangey, and that's the person who's been asked to host the small group. Most of the warriors that we've trained have been trained in small group hosting, and most of them will also then play that specific role. Principles are, everybody gets an opportunity to talk. There are no right and no wrong answers. Everybody's input is valid and respected. There's different cultures, different countries, and many Christian traditions and denominations represented here. But we are all one in Christ Jesus. So let's hear each other, let us listen to each other so that we can come to an understanding of what it is being a Christian within another environment and from another cultural environment. No one dominates the discussion. And try and limit each one of you, and we must work with this together. There is a host that will try and do it, but if we all work together, it's so much easier. 30 to 45 seconds if you need to speak that long. Because there's only about 45 minutes of discussion time. And during that time, we want to open in prayer, we want to get to know each other, we want to speak about the subject, and if somebody starts speaking for 10 minutes, and there's 6 of us, an hour has gone a long time, and the 5th person has not had a chance to say a word. So please let us work together in making sure that we give everybody a chance to be heard. Bishop Rombi will be doing the lectures and the sermons, so please, no lectures and no sermons in the small groups. To demonstrate the functioning of a small group, I've invited some of the warriors to assist me in this demonstration. If we can get the camera up here, please. Onto the small group. In the first example, you will notice that there's a certain person having fun being part of the group. And he is having a fantastic time talking and sharing his own ideas and teaching them about the new wonderful revelations that he's had and the way that God has spoken to him and only anointed him. And he is now having a fantastic time. And the rest of them are looking around, being totally bored. And in a minute or two, they'll probably fall asleep. But then he sort of widens the circle by start speaking to somebody next to him. And the two of them are actually engaging in a fantastic way and also being able to actually grow their knowledge of each other, and the poor group and the rest of the group are totally left out. Please watch the ball's movement as it's going on. But now let's see how this should happen. The discussion moves freely between all the members of the small group without the host needing to intervene or get members to give others a chance. The ball moves to and fro from one person to the next person, and everybody is enjoying, everybody is engaged, and everybody is actually having an opportunity to feel part and participate in the small group. Thank you very much. In hosting a small group, well done. In hosting a small group, all we need to keep in mind are the pictures of the way this ball was moving. When you are busy talking, think, am I busy just talking and talking and talking, or are there actually other people that are getting engaged, thanks Neville, with me in this? Or am the person opposite me, the two of us having a discussion, And lo and behold, if there's just 2 people talking, the next thing is there'll be another 2 people talking, and another 2 people talking, and if there's 7 in a group, the one person will sit around thinking about whether they should go on Table Mountain, or go to Robben Island, or maybe go to Cape Point, and not have an idea about what Bishop Harambee is trying to inculcate in us. I encourage you to learn from each other by listening, really listening, and giving each other an opportunity to discuss. Doesn't mean all of you must sit still and wait for somebody to speak, and we're all listening and nobody is speaking. Please do give each other a chance to speak as well. This way, each of us will get to learn from each other. We will get to understand different points of view, and we will build those lasting friendships. I thank my demonstration team, and I thank you for listening, and I trust you will have a very blessed time in your small groups. Thank you very much.